Well, to start us off, I'd like to do a little bit of myth busting because there's been a ton of reporting and conversations that have taken place in the industry. As Krishan said in his session, JICs aren't new, and they're something that has existed and proven to some degree to work in international markets. But what we're doing here is different in the US. So Kelly, would you mind kicking us off and just explaining what is the significance of what we're trying to accomplish here for the US video ad market, and how is that different from what exists in international markets?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I would say we're a little too focused on the terminology versus the outcome and the output that gives marketers the advantage in the end. And really, as you think about the word joint industry committee, that's exactly what we've assembled here in the US, which is buyers and sellers, including streaming platforms, as Krishan alluded to, as well as we've even invited Google, who has long-form premium video content, to come into play. And, we welcome all players at the table to help us all usher in the change that is literally at our doorstep. We've been leveraging a currency that's probably been around a lot longer than anyone could have imagined. That's siloed, it's broken, it's quite honestly crappy counting, as we saw in some of the data demonstrations earlier today. And at the end of the day, as the last panel, marketers want to buy results, not ratings. And we can't get to that outcome if all of us premium publishers are spending 90% of our research budgets, which is substantial, 90% though, to one single provider, and not allowing us to unlock competition, innovation, as well as move to the higher value metrics that the marketers care about most, which is outcomes, results. And so I think how it's different than international, and quite honestly, I would argue international doesn't have a single definition, right? In the UK, they recently rebranded JIC to not stand for Joint Industry Committee, but Joint Industry Currency. So, there's still not a common vernacular. It's what does the market need in which to drive better measurement and better results for marketers forward? And that's really what we, along with everyone on this stage, is 100% focused on achieving. And so, I think this acceleration that we're under due to the consumer change, due to technology, due to the fact that, as many have alluded to and Sean talked about, we are coming into our own streaming universe of data as publishers. We have a responsibility to ensure we share that in a responsible, consumer privacy-minded way. And we can aggregate it in a way that brings an understanding of true consumer behavior to the table that can be acted upon, simplified, transparent, and transacted. So, I would just say this industry needs to stop focusing on terminology and focus on what is this helping to drive and lead to, which is really better measurement and better results for the marketer. And then we win and the marketers win.